Hey survivors, welcome to Deadmatter Development Vlog 09. My name is Nick Z. I am the lead developer on Deadmatter. We've been hard at work over the summer, as well as doubling the amount of people working on the project. One of our artists, Nomad, has been working on a gigantic underground mining complex. We're aiming for dark, scary, and with coal loosely scattered around the place, perfect for when the local Safeway starts to run low on supplies. Keep in mind that these mines will be incredibly dark and that any light source would probably give you away to other players that will be in the area. You'll need to be cautious and plan your routes accordingly. Nomad has also been working on multiple methods to find your way through the mining facility. We've got some pipes that you can climb into, as well as an elevator that you'll be able to use in the future. Nomad has also created a flamethrower attachment for the C7, which will enable you to roast your enemies alive. The mine isn't fully completed yet, but we're excited to show off more of it in the future. If you have any suggestions or ideas for things that Nomad can add to the mine, feel free to comment them below, and he'll be sure to read them when the time comes. Abix is a new programmer that we've brought onto the team. It brings the total of coders that we have up to 3. He's been working on improving and breathing some life into some of the older elements in the game's codebase. He's also been adding some new things, such as an elevator system. We may require players to power these in order to use them in the future. If the stairwell is blocked, then you would have to power it in order to get into the armory of the police station, as an example. We want to experiment and make looting more interesting, make locations more interesting via simple puzzles or requiring players to gather a few supplies beforehand. If you have any suggestions on what you feel would be useful, or if you have an interesting idea, please feel free to let us know. Our new programmer has also done a lot of work on the vehicles in Deadmatter. Vehicles now have a much more refined sound design, improved physics, a proper door system that makes it harder to accidentally jump out of a vehicle that's in motion, something that we feel in a survival game is important. Passengers will also be able to shoot out of vehicles. Abix has also added support for all of the survival mechanics that are related to vehicles, such as being able to pour gas into a vehicle or replace a popped tire. Most vehicles will require batteries, spark plugs, tires, oil. Those are all critical to getting a vehicle to run. However, there are some additional parts that you'll also need to find, such as a headlight or a tail light. Spike strips will be a major threat to those of you that plan on traveling on the major highways in the game. You should probably avoid them. Keep your eyes peeled and plan accordingly. Shirk and I have completely overhauled every single element of the sky system from the ground up. Our old sky dome was only ever partially completed. All of the sun positioning code was originally created in Blueprint by one of our former technical artists. Shirk went and took care of the art for the sky dome, and I took care of all of the code for it. To go with the new sky dome and the lighting environment, Shirk has taken some feedback from our backers and has made some modifications to some of the trees that are in the game. We feel that these look a lot better than what we had before, and that the look that we want for Alberta is finally coming together. Since our sky dome is brand new and from the ground up, Shirk has had to integrate support for overcast and 2 different types of cloud cover, which will form the foundation for our new weather system. Our new sun and moon positioning code is written in C++, and I have added support for the lunar phases that will be kept in sync with the in-game date. Full moons will cast a dim directional light with very little ambient light. This means the woods at night will be a lot darker than an open field. You'll need to plan accordingly when trying to move around at night. Shirk has also taken the time to refine the colors that our vegetation blends between during the season cycle. Early fall now pops in comparison to late fall, and spring is a lot greener than it is during the summer. Please note that while the sky dome and foliage are mostly complete, they are still subject to further improvements and changes. Gunslinger has been working on a large variety of new things for the game, including a vaulting and climbing system that also allows you to crawl into a small space, such as a pipe. This is the same system that you can use to free yourself from the elevator that we showed earlier in the event that it loses power. Gunslinger has added some new animals to Deadmatter. These additions will help breathe some more life into our world, as well as give our hunting enthusiasts more animals to hunt, gut, cook, and eat. Gunslinger has also focused on defining the behavior between different groups of animals, making it so that predatory animals will hunt down prey when they are hungry, try to flee from their attackers. Keep in mind that the animal AI is still a work in progress, and there is still plenty of more polish to come. We've made some sweeping changes and improvements to our zombies. There's a lot of effort that's gone into optimizing their animations, their movement, their collision, their hitboxes, and much, much more. Gunslinger has also implemented a true horde system that allows him to have better control over different groups of zombies. The gore system has been temporarily removed, but will be re-added using a gore mesh that was hand-created by our lead character artist. In preparation for a new wave of fire-based weaponry being added to the game, Gunslinger has made it so that zombies can now be lit on fire and properly burned to death with a fancy shader as well. You've spoken, we've listened, and we finally found a new third-person animator for all of our characters, specifically the zombies. Currently, he's been working on improving the zombie idle behavior via a new set of animations that are primarily inspired by Left 4 Dead. Our new animator has also been working on a set of animations that allow our zombies to more easily access survivors in the world by enabling them to climb onto objects. Think the old trick of jumping on a car will work in Deadmatter? Think again. Our new animator has also been working on adding vaulting and climbing animations in order to cover a wider variety of obstacles that our undead will encounter while navigating our game world. Our art team has replaced some weapon meshes that we felt were no longer up to par. We use this as an opportunity to expand all of the attachments that are available for the shotgun and for the .22 rifle. We intend to add more civilian-centric weaponry to Deadmatter as time goes on. So some brand new backer weapons that have been created for the game. The first new backer weapon is the Maxim 9. This handgun will not be common due to its integral suppressor, giving it the potential to be one of the best PvE pistols in the game. It accepts a 17-round or a 32-round magazine. The second new backer weapon is the R8 revolver. It can hold 8 .357 cartridges in its cylinder, and it's my personal favorite that we've added so far. The animator, the Shiny Haxorus, has animated the AS-Val and has brought it into the game. The AS-Val is the very first backer weapon that has been implemented into Deadmatter. Thank you again to Clean and all of the Boomstick tier backers. We truly appreciate your support. Clean helped develop the skin that you currently see equipped on the weapon now. You'll be able to find it on a special legendary version of the weapon. Shiny has implemented the SVT-40, a semi-automatic rifle that utilizes a 5-round pinned magazine or a 10-round unpinned magazine. With the right tools, you'll be able to expand the capacity of a pinned magazine. The AK-74 that we showed off in earlier development vlogs has been replaced with an AK-74M, complete with a new set of attachments that allow you to utilize Western optics or attach a laser. We've added the MP5, which will either function as a semi-automatic carbine that can be found in police stations, or as a fully automatic submachine gun that can be found in military bases or in abandoned military vehicles. There are multiple variants of the MP5 that will be available in Deadmatter, including the MP5K and the MP5A1 through A5. Shiny has been working on bringing some updated materials for the C7 and the C8 into the game. He's also performed a pass on the muzzle flashes, the way that the weapon handles when aiming down sights and firing, and he's also added a new set of parts for our American friends that love playing with AR-15 style rifles. I've implemented a cheap, dynamic, global illumination solution that goes with all of the new Skydome improvements. Our solution makes a huge impact on the overall look of our test scenes as it mimics the light bouncing off of the ground and back up onto objects. I've also been working on refactoring the metagame. We can now simulate the flow of any given set of resources through our world. There's also some low-level networking optimizations that result in interactable objects sending 80% less data down the wire than before. Our saving system now utilizes MongoDB. Character data can also now be shared between servers as a result. This means that you could set up the equivalent of a private hive within Deadmatter. The footage you've been seeing is simply some of our third-person animations for leaning and peeking over cover. Some people were interested in seeing these, so we've added them to this vlog. Thanks for watching Development Vlog 09. If you're interested in further supporting Deadmatter, we've got an Indiegogo page. Every single contribution helps. We truly appreciate all of the support that our backers have come out and shown us. We really, really appreciate it from the bottom of our hearts. We also understand that some people that aren't exactly on our Discord every day have been having a hard time receiving updates. We're now putting people dedicated in charge of managing our Facebook and Twitter pages, and we've also got a new website and a new set of forums to go with it. We will be doing written updates between vlogs to keep our backers more well informed, especially during longer periods of development. We appreciate all of the patience that people have shown us thus far. Thanks again, and see you next time on the next Deadmatter development vlog.